Good day and greetings from the Great White North. My name is Prickly Poo and welcome to day 59 of A Year of Change. Today is Tuesday, so we're going to add another person to our ranks. Before I get into that though, there's a little bit of sort of a backstory to it. As I said before, I want to sort of take Tuesdays to be our day where we go and we find people that are on YouTube that have started a weight loss vlog like this before. And either, as we did last week with Getting Fat Fitter, where we had someone who's active and who's just sort of starting out. And then this week, I wanted to sort of go the other way and find someone that isn't necessarily active, but had started one and sort of gradually petered off to where they aren't adding any more to their channel. So I was able to find someone, and it takes a little while to sort of sort through all the different people that are in there, until you find someone that you look at and think, this is someone that I think could benefit from it. I don't want to just add random people. I go through and I take a look at a few of their videos, and not necessarily to sort of pick out, oh, well, this personality is going to work best. It's just someone that I look at and think, out of all the people I've looked at so far, this is the person that I feel could use a little helping hand with us, and who I think would be a good fit with the community and to bring them in and all that sort of thing. So when I started going through this person's videos, the thing that struck me more than anything was that he was able to do something that I certainly am not able to do. And during his videos, he just stood there with his shirt off saying, here's what I look like, here's our starting point, and here's where we're going to go from here. It's a lot of here's. So, to me, that is insanely brave. It's one thing to sort of open up and be able to talk to you guys and say, well, here's what I'm thinking, here's what I'm feeling, here's what I've experienced in the past, and things like that. Because being emotionally open that way, it comes easier to some, I suppose, but it's still a major step. But sort of physically opening yourself up that way is something that I am not ready to do yet, and will not be for a very, very long time, I don't think. More than anything, I'll tell people pretty much whatever they want to know about me. That doesn't seem to bother me as much. But the physical aspect of it is something that, I've gone to great lengths over the years to conceal, and I've gotten very good at it. My best friend, who's been my best friend for 13 years now, I actually told him last night, because I had sort of reached a milestone, and told him what my weight was, and he was shocked. He had no idea it was that big. And I told him, I said, I've spent a lifetime concealing it with, how I dress and how I carry myself and stuff like that. I've gotten very good at it. So, being able to see someone that's willing to stand there with their shirt off and just say, here I am, is something that's far beyond, my understanding. And it was something that really stood out, and that if someone's willing to do that, to put themselves out there like that, on top of talking to someone, every week or every few days, saying, here's my progress, here's what I'm doing, here are the difficulties and things like that, it really struck me. So I thought, okay, this is someone that I think that we can, that we could bring in, and, they haven't posted in a few months, and I'd like to bring them in and sort of let them know that they aren't alone out there, and hopefully get them started again. So as I was looking at their video, over on the right-hand side of YouTube, there's usually a section where it says, next, like up and coming, or, whatever's going to be played next in the playlist and things like that. And it was I looked over and it was his image. So I assumed it was one of his videos, and then I looked at the title. And it was actually from a British TV show that I watch. And I've got in my recommended viewing called Super Skinny versus, or Super Size versus Super Skinny, something like that. And which really struck me, because I thought, like, in the channel, he's only been doing stuff for a couple of years, and, it's very few and far between. So, of course, it piqued my interest, so I clicked on it to take a look at it. And sure enough, it was him. So, after going through there, I started thinking, like, I'm missing something. That how is someone from the United States on a British TV show, and just couldn't make the connection. So I went back and as odd as it sounds, when I'm going through, I don't look at, their subscribers or anything like that, because it's not sort of part of the process, as it were. Because I don't think of that. I'm looking through the different weight loss vlogs and stuff like that. So I went back to his channel, and he has a huge number of subscribers. He's got about 50,000 on his weight loss channel. But the name that they referred to him in the show wasn't the same as the channel name. So I started looking elsewhere, and found out that the weight loss channel is actually a secondary channel that he has. He's got 2 or 3 different ones. So his main channel, he's got about 3 million viewers, subscribers. And so at that stage, I was like, ugh, what do I do? Because there's part of me that wants to bring him in and just to say, okay, keep going, because every now and then he will have a vlog on his channel. His channel is primarily a gaming one, and he has got different personas that have the different games, which is actually interesting, very entertaining. But on his channel, he's got, every now and then he'll have like a vlog where it's himself and he's talking about weight and different things like that, but they're very few and far between. And then he had created this secondary one, I guess, and that's where people had sort of come over. So now I was sort of torn, because I thought, well, I still want him to come in and be part of the group, because, we still need that support no matter what we're doing. But part of me was afraid that, it's just going to look as if, I'm just going to try to leech some of his viewers off onto our channel. And so I was really sort of hesitant to sort of not sign him up. That sounds really weird. Hesitant to add him to this week. Because of how it may look. And then I started thinking, you know what? Fuck it. It's one of those things that if people, people are going to complain anyway. But if this is someone that, it doesn't matter if you've got 3 million or, if you're PewDiePie and you've got 30 million. If we can help someone get back to where they want to be, or maybe sort of even just to motivate them to get them started again, or even if it's to a point where they're doing their own thing, but they know that there's someone out there that's sort of going through the same thing and supporting them. And if they can be part of that community, then screw it. I'm not going to worry about the numbers or anything else. And so I've actually added his weight loss channel, not his main channel, to the playlist. Because I'm hoping that he's going to sort of bring some of his videos that he has commented on about weight and had different topics, bring those back to the weight loss channel to sort of narrow the focus a bit. His main channel, as I say, he's got a ton of different videos on there. It's primarily about gaming stuff, and certainly don't want to detract from his main channel, but it would be nice to have something that is, just for this group. And whether he's, doing what he's doing now and continuing on and partaking in what we're doing, or whether or not he just comes in and he sees that there are some positive comments in there, I'm hoping it's going to give him that at least a little bit of a boost. Now, some of the comments on his other channel, he's got a number of people that do support him, that will cheer him on and things like that. But I was really surprised at the number of people that were really nasty. I understand that this is part of it. Eventually, we're going to have to deal with that a year down the road when we have people. But there are some people that there's really the only reason why they're commenting is just to attack him. So it's understandable why, when you're starting up something like this, why you would just say, you know what, screw this. I'm not going to do with this anymore, because, you're doing something that you're proud of, and you should be, and that you're making a difference. And he was making substantial progress on his weight loss channel. When he went down, I think, 40 or 50 pounds just in the short amount of time that his videos were up there. But just like everyone else, we get to that point where we think, oh, it's not worth it, and you just sort of stop. As I say, he has addressed some of it on his main channel. I don't know what his progress is now compared to what it was 5 months ago when he stopped posting. But I would really like for him to sort of come in and get started in on that again, and let him know that there are people out there that understand. There are people out there that are going through the same thing, and that he does have a group of people that he can come to. And aside from his main channel and what he's focusing on there, he'll have somewhere else he can go where he doesn't have to worry about anything else, where it's just us. And that's the main reason why I sort of wanted to start this channel to begin with, just to sort of build that community. And we are going to have detractors. We are going to have nasty people every now and then. I mean, we've got a thick skin. We're used to it by now. So I'd rather it sort of migrate, because it's going to be aimed at me, hopefully. But I have a plan for that as well, which I've talked about before. But as far as this person, I haven't even said his name. His name is Boogie Down, by the way, on this channel anyway. He's got a different username for his main channel. But I just found that watching his different videos, he did the Ice Bucket Challenge with no shirt on, which is just amazing to me. That, not the Ice Bucket Challenge part of itself, just sort of being able to be brave enough to put yourself out there and not being scared to show people what you look like, is really amazing to me. It's something I'm not ready for, and it's something that I highly doubt I'm going to be ready for. I do have a picture of myself at my heaviest, and at some point, when I get to the weight that I want, and when I get to the level of health and fitness that I want, then yes, I will do a side-by-side comparison. We'll do that, and I'll show you me at my worst. But I'm not ready for that yet. That is tucked away in a safety deposit box, in a vault, underground, with traps and bears and everything else guarding it. So, but for him to be able to come out and say, here I am, this is what I look like, this is what we have to work with, and follow me as I'm going down through here, and then watching his progression as he does make substantial changes, was really inspiring. I think it's really good. And whether he's sort of, slowly continued on, just on his own, or whether he's gotten to that point where we all have, where we just think, you know what, to hell with it, I'm just going to do what I need to do. I think it's important to bring people in and let them know that they're not alone out there, that we are out there, we're suffering from the back pain, and we're suffering from, the sleep disorders and everything else that sort of comes with it. Just to, again, just like everyone else, whether they need to lose, 50 pounds or 500 pounds, to let them know that there are people out there that care and that they're not alone. That misery loves company in some sense, but just the fact that we are out there and they have a place that they can go to get that support that they need, even if they aren't making huge leaps. I mean, he was making, very good progress from the videos that I saw. And in a reasonably short amount of time as well. It wasn't, 50 pounds in 30 days and things like that. It was slow enough that it was sort of, one of those life-changing things that we are doing. And he was very open about days that he had sort of fallen by the wayside and done his cheat days and how he came back to it and everything else. So I think he would be a very good fit. So his name is Boogie Down. You should be able to go up and take a look. He's going to be under the new playlist, the My Fellow YouTubers playlist in there. So you'll see him in there as well. And hopefully it'll, bring some of us over to his channel as well, because it is very entertaining. And bring some of his people over here, even if it's just to sort of look back and forth and share ideas as we normally do. And again, I'm still sort of, that part of me is going, he's just doing this to leech, subscribers. That's not the reason why. I don't want to restrict people that we could possibly help because they're already popular and just say, oh, well, fuck it, they don't need us. I mean, we can all use it. So, but that's it for now. The only other thing is, I'm about to go to work in a few hours, and I promised you that I promised you I would park on the dreaded hill. So, if I can, I'm going to take some pictures as well and sort of share those tomorrow, but I will be parking on there today. May not go up first thing in the morning. Generally what I'll do is on my lunch, I just go to my car and I fiddle around on Twitter and everything else. And so what I'll probably end up doing is at lunch, I'll go and I'll move up to the top of the hill that way. I know some of you were saying, oh, you should walk up the hill at lunch. It's like, no, not yet. Because then I will come back to work, I will be all sweaty and gross, and I will be sitting in my own stank for like 3 or 4 hours after that, and no one wants to smell that. So we'll see how things go today, and I'll let you know tomorrow. And if it's much easier than I think it's going to be, which I don't think it's going to be, I think it's going to be horrible, then maybe, yes, then I might park up there in the morning. But for right now, the main thing is to park up there so that at the end of the day, I can go up and be out of breath and crying and burning in my lungs and everything else for you. So I hope you're happy. Anyway, that's it for this video for right now, so thank you very much for watching. If you liked it, please poke the like button for me, and in the meantime, keep yourself warm and fuzzy, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.